What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Happy Friday, if you're watching it today, to all of you. You know, the holidays is a tough time for a lot of people. It's an expensive time. It's a stressful time if you work retail or if you're in law enforcement and all sorts of things like that. But it's especially hard if you're a social justice grifter. Let's be very clear. When you out yourself as someone who gets outraged about something only to immediately follow up with a link to buy something from you or to donate to you, you immediately discredit any credibility of your initial statement. Before we get into that, you know what would be a great Christmas gift and also supports the channel? Well, it's the Manscaped Perfect Package 2.0. That's right. Inside of this, you get all sorts of amazing products. You get, obviously, the trimmer. You get the Perfect Package kit that covers the essentials with manscaping for the modern man. It features the must-have Manscaped Precision Engine tools, unique formulations, and accessories for a simple and effective manscaping routine. Inside this kit, you get the wonderful Lawnmower 2.0, which I had right next to me, right here. You get the 2.0. You get the Manscaped Boxers. You get the Crop Preserver, uniquely formulated ball deodorant. You get the Crop Reviver, a toner and a refresher. You get the Magic Mat, as well as the Shed. What an amazing gift to give to the man in your life, a brother, an uncle, a husband, a boyfriend, whatever it is. Manscaped.com has been a strong supporter of this channel, and today you can save extra cash using my promo code linked in the pinned comment below. Head on over to Manscaped after this video. Pick yourself up the Perfect Package 2.0. Now, let's continue. I saw a couple of threads floating around over the past few days, and it's always interesting to me when you see this kind of stuff. Here's a perfect example of what I would call a social justice grift. You have this person, I don't know who they are, they're in the games industry, and they were an apprentice apparently at Ubisoft or whatever, going on saying, I was talking to a pal about why narratives are sort of samey and lack moral fiber. A lot of this has to do with production constraints, but a huge chunk is the lack of diversity among successful narrative devs. Here's what the problems are and how you can help. Wow, thanks. You've got it all figured out. So much so, you have to beg for money. Paid narrative gigs are extremely hard to get, and 90% of the time, you get them from knowing the right people. That she doesn't know that. That's just a guess. Marginalized devs tend to have less access to powerful white male networks. Accessing powerful people also requires us to place ourselves in unsafe situations. Studio jobs often demand screenwriting experience from game writers. If you look up TV film diversity reports, you'll see that women and POC writers get glass ceilinged there too. Yet the industry will often hire from TV and film instead of Twine and TTRPG. Yeah, just ask the director of the universally agreed flop Charlie's Angels movie, who already has a second film gig even after failing upwards. Tell me again why it's so hard to be a woman in Hollywood. This is general game writer problem, but we don't have established pipelines for juniors getting into game writing. What this means is companies keep trying to hire the same 10 narrative devs who got their lucky break in the industry 20 years ago, and that the pool of people isn't very diverse because computer access was more limited back then. What? Women and queer narrative devs tend to work more in the mobile space. Anyone who works in mobile can tell you that it's a low prestige field that does not secure your next gig the way that working on Destiny or Skyrim does. Mobile devaluation has everything to do with sexism? What? I'm not going to wreck your brains with the rest of the ridiculous things in this article, or in this tweet storm, but this is what I'm talking about. At the very end, give money, please. Also, buy my game, please. It's almost as if there was an ulterior motive. Now, a lot of people will call me a grifter, which I don't understand because I'm not selling anything. But I can't imagine a more perfect example of a grifter. Give me a bunch of retweets and please give money. Then look at this guy. This is the absolute most pathetic response I've ever heard. Red followed. I want to get into game writing, but I'm afraid doing so will hedge out someone with less privilege. Do you have any insight or advice for someone who wants to write creatively, but doesn't want to prevent someone else from getting a job? Child, please. Worry about being the best first. From the sounds of it, you don't have any opportunities as it stands, so what are you worried about taking away from? I have this exact same worry about pushing out Black and Indigenous devs. Use your presence to promote their work and speak up about bad hiring practices. Find a biopic replacement if the panel that you're speaking on is too homogeneous. Are you joking? So that's a perfect example. But what happened over the last couple days is the world reacts to somebody swapping the character models in the Batman video game. And you get all the usual grifts. You get Anita Sarkeesian coming out, reminding everyone, I think I made 10 videos explaining what this minute-long clip quickly demonstrates. But also watch my videos at FemFreak because they're so good and have a theory and explain things and such. But also, lol, this is just sad. Well, I'm buying what you're selling, Anita. Let's see what Kyle Orland has to say about it, who is a writer, senior games editor at Ars Technica, and apparently needs your money as well. As when someone asks you what the male gaze is, just show them this. 16,000 retweets, 76,000 likes. Next reply, males and females should gaze at my book. I mean, could you be any more transparently hollow and fraud? I'm not kidding. I'm waiting for someone to answer. These people are so transparently pathetic. It's shocking. Oh, I got a bunch of retweets. Give money. And muting this to save my mentions tab. So, hey, I got lucky with a hot take on Twitter. Please give money. Give money to this gentleman. Kyle, you've got to be kidding me. How can anyone take you seriously? And on to the actual clip itself, which has been viewed 10 million times. Someone swapped the Batman and Catwoman character models, and oh my god. What we end up with essentially here is they don't like that Catwoman is sensual and peak femininity. That's what they don't like. Ugly people want everyone else to be ugly and unattractive just like them. They want them to be sad just like them. And while it is funny to see Batman prancing around like that, this is in character for Catwoman. This is how she's always been. The implication here is that because Catwoman acts this way, men out there think that all women act this way, which is ridiculous. 128,000 retweets with nearly 450,000 likes. And I guess most of that is just because it's funny. Batman prancing around and talking all feminine, I suppose. But the replies is unbelievable. And a lot of the people, the animations they created for Catwoman are honestly ridiculous and way over the top. Are you joking? I mean, look, it's Catwoman. This is what Catwoman does. But that won't stop the grifters from grifting. And you can see Anita, really, Queen? Okay, but I'm here for Slinky Femme Batman. Bat Femme. This is so important. I love that Catwoman was playable, but the movements were so spicy. It was bordered on parody. Oh, no, I could barely understand. I had no idea that Catwoman acted this way, except for all of the films and all of the comic books. You had no idea that Catwoman had this sensual personality. Because you're not a real fan. You have no idea about the source material. You're only here to pop in with a hot take and leave your donation link below. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.